Right now I'm just chilling in my backyard, enjoying a nice breeze and eating some custard apple. I don't know how many of you know this fruit. It tastes like what we call sugar apple or sweet sop. Here in Florida they call it sugar apple. Back in Jamaica we call it sweet sop. So one of the things I love about living in Florida is being able to get all that unnecessary noise. Yeah, I like the fact that I can get tropical fruits. So custard apple. I don't know if there's another name for it, but that's what we call it. The interesting thing though, I never seen one with this color. So when my husband's friend brought it to us, I was very impressed. I waited for them to get ripe and then I started eating some. Trust me, it's so good. It is. It tastes a little, like I said, like sweet salsa is probably a family of that fruit, but it also a little heavier, you know. Maybe now that I'm thinking about it, it's like a combination of sour sop and sweet sop. So it's really good, very sweet, and I tend to like sweet fruits. But look at how rich this looks. It looks like what you'd consider a type of exotic fruit. It's so nice. Anyway, while I'm eating, I have a story to share with you. And it's regarding an encounter I had with a man yesterday. I went to the store, I had on my mask, and I noticed he was in the line standing in front of me and he had on a shirt which was perhaps his restaurant being advertised on the shirt. So I was curious because it was an Italian restaurant and I wanted to know if it was nearby so I could probably go there sometimes. Anyway, I didn't ask him in the line, so I waited until I was outside. In fact, I didn't know I would see him outside. So as I was going to my car, I noticed he came out and he was parked near to where I was. So I said, "Oh, where's that restaurant?" He said, "I can't hear you." So I tried to repeat. He said, "That stupid mask you're wearing, I cannot hear you." So I said, "Oh, I'm so sorry." Um, then he eventually told me where it was. But then I said, "Trust me, I understand what you mean by, you know, I don't have to wear the mask outside." But of course, I'm just saying that because it's my choice. If I want to wear the mask outside or inside, it's my choice. If the mask mandate has been lifted and I still want to wear it, it's my choice. It doesn't mean that I'm in agreement with everything that is out there or you know, I do what I want to do because I choose to do it. But to think that the man was so angry, it I found it appalling. Anyway, the essence of what I'm saying here is eventually, well, I didn't finish telling the story. Eventually, when I was trying to say to him, "Trust me, I understand what you mean when you say I don't have to wear it outside or that it doesn't help me to breathe properly. I understand, trust me." He said, "Oh, I don't need to trust you." And he went into his car kind of upset. I said, "All right, have a good day." But I walked away smiling. And, I couldn't help but to think to myself that people are just angry these days. They're angry and they take their frustration out on other persons. And if you're not careful, you get into a confrontation unnecessarily. So I decided I was just going to smile it off. I wasn't going to make much of it, but that it just helped me to, you know, purpose within myself that some things I'm just not going to allow to make my day go sour. Just because his attitude was so rotten doesn't mean that I have to make that get to me and then eventually I have a bad day. I couldn't help but to think about the scripture that says, a soft answer turns away wrath. So I just smiled. I didn't get mad at him and curse him and say, listen, whatever, you can't tell me anything. In fact, I was asking him information. And he wasn't even mindful of the fact that perhaps he would get another customer coming to his restaurant. He was just too keen on communicating his opinion about something. And he wasn't even doing it in a nice and gentle way to say, do you think you really have to wear the mask outside? He would just tell me, oh, that stupid mask you're wearing. And I laughed. But I hope this can be, a little lesson here, that you're going to meet people every day. In different capacity, at different times. And you never know what mood they're in. You don't know what's bothering them. And if you're not careful, like I said, you get into unnecessary confrontation, they spoil your day, your mood. And then you might never ever meet this person again. They're gone about their business, and you're left to ponder all of this anger and rage that was emitted at you. So my suggestion is this: keep it in your head, in your mind, that it always works. A soft answer always turns away wrath. It prevents things from going further. Or just doing the opposite. A smile, or just responding, with a positive word. Because at the end of the day, there are deeper things going on in people's hearts when they come on the road. That's why you have things like road rage. People come out of their car, shoot another person just because they bad drive them, or do something that they didn't expect. Things happen. People have different things on their mind when they leave their houses. But if you have control over yourself, then you literally can change the flow of things. So you can't control people's situation, but you can control yours. You can control your response. That was a lesson I had to learn. Still learning over the years. I used to get very irritated when people were mean to me. After a while I realized it doesn't make sense. They get you upset and then you end up being left to look like the bad one. Not to mention that it hurts even more when you know you were right, but yet they try to make you look like you were wrong. So, as I said, you can't change people, but you can control yourself. So I'm still learning that lesson. Anyway, that's all I wanted to share with you today. I'm going to finish eating my custard apple. So I have a whole one left. Maybe I can't eat all of this now. But if you come across it, try it. It's really good. And this is just a perfect environment with all the birds chirping in the background. Anyway, next time I'm going to show you my June plum tree. That's growing just across that little area there. And I actually have fruits on it. See you later.